Hello, I'm back in my studio. Hello, everybody. Sam is back home.
I am.
If you've been watching, yeah. We are here. This is our open office hours event. So this is an event where we have a specific topic. You can pre-submit questions. You can participate in chat. You can say hello. If you shared a question in advance, go ahead and give a name and we'll be able to locate you on the list. But I am not in charge today. Sam is in charge and I am producer and I am backup dancer.
Yes. And today's actually kind of cool because while I'm actually presenting and not being the host, today is also episode number 70 of Open Office Hours. So I'm going to be thinking about how we can make episode number 100 like a really big blowout, maybe confetti or
maybe I don't know. Get some like
party.
Guests. Get some surprise guests. I don't know.
Maybe that's when we do the 24-hour live stream that people really want us to do.
Yeah, if you're in chat, give that an up or down, thumbs down if you would be curious to see us nonstop. Whether here or maybe we'd have to use a different platform, maybe Twitch. I don't know how people would do that. But yeah.
I don't know.
It's cool. Number 70, it felt like yesterday that we started this, but it's definitely become easier over time.
We were just chatting before we went live about how the very first one, I think I was with Jason and I was like off camera hiding in the background while Jason was presenting because we didn't know like how much input I should have or when to interject or anything like that. So I feel like we've grown. It's come a long way. And it's really exciting that this is number 70.
It really is. It really is.
But
so Sam, kick it off. What's going on today?
Today, we're going to be talking about boosting your revenue. We actually have a blog post that I wrote on 9 different methods of how you can kind of do upsells and order bumps. This is not the traditional way of upselling that you would see in like, I'm trying to think of one that I would have like, it's not going to be like the one that I can think of is like recently I bought vitamins through Thorn, I think it's called. And so they're like, oh, but if you add another vitamin, you get 20% off. Like, don't you want to add another vitamin? So it's not going to be in that sense of traditional upselling, but we are going to dive in. I'm going to try my best to get through 9 different methods of how you can increase your revenue with Paid Workspace Pro.
Very cool.
So I'm going to dive in because I don't know how much time.
We can't be here all day. We can be here most of the day.
Okay. I am going to use this blog post just to walk everybody through all of these different methods. But there are 9 ways. So the first way is adding a custom field to allow members to opt into either like a blog category or an additional level when they're checking out for the level that they are checking out for. So that this is going to be the most like traditional upselling in all of the ways that I have. There are 2 code recipes here. The first one, assigning additional membership levels based on checkout fields, or based on fields at checkout. That was a previous Coding with Sam. So I'm not going to dive back into that one too much. I will show you how I did set it up on the demo site I have available today. But if you are interested in that one, Kim, if you want to share the link to that recipe, because the Coding with Sam video is on that page. So I would definitely recommend checking out that demo if you're want to get into the weeds more about that one. But I will show you what I did for this one. So I went to memberships, settings, user fields, and I created a new user field group that was restricted for my cohort levels. This is not going to be my beginner, enhanced, or professional levels. These are just going to be on the monthly cohort that I offer. And they're going to be able to add the food and treat blog category to their membership if they choose to do that at checkout. So I added this user field, and then I added the code snippet. And the code snippet that I added was add food or treat blog at checkout. I'm just going to edit this to show you a little bit of what I changed in here. So you will have to add that meta key from the name that you added in your user field into the code in 4 places. So everywhere that this add or food treat is here, that's going to be where you edit this. The example in the blog post has a different name. So just make sure that you're using your meta key for your site to make sure it's customized and working, because it's not going to work if you add food treat on your site, unless that's something you have. And then that was the only thing I customized. I didn't add, no, I did add if they have membership level 5, because that's one of my cohort levels, membership level 5. I did change the level number in 2 places. So now if I go to my checkout, which I actually don't have my cohort shown on my pricing page, but that's okay because I can do this. I know it's level 5, so I can change it in the URL of level 5 and checkout. So this is my cohort. It's $100 now. It's only for 1 month. Type in my company name and my title. And then here I have the option to add that blog, the category of the blog post. We'll check out. And I have that. So I have the cohort. And then I will be able to, I actually don't know how to access the categories on this site. We can go in the back way. In my food and treats, I will have access to these 2 articles. Why did it take me to a checkout page? That shouldn't have happened.
I don't know why it did.
I don't know why I did that.
Might have
it shouldn't have happened. I did have level 5.
Here. There might be another recipe interfering here. I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah. But I'm looking at the code recipes. I think there's another one for the cat. Are you demoing the categories a la carte?
No.
You're doing the additional level one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I think for that, you would check what your membership levels are on the edit member screen. I think that one's designed to give you the level if you're buying a different one. So I think you checked out for cohort. I think that one's designed to say, if you buy a main level, add the second level also. So if you check out for, I think you checked out for the 5 level, which is the one that's supposed to be given in addition to. But I think the recipe is more like, if you buy a beginner, give us the 5. You know what I mean?
Yes. Which I did this right on Coding with Sam. So
yeah.
Go watch that episode.
Yeah. But what's cool about this one is that it's kind of like seamless in the background. You'll see the members in a separate members list. So you'll know who bought that additional level at their checkout experience. But it's just one order. So it's kind of that workaround where we used to support multiple level checkouts in one checkout experience when multiple memberships per user was a separate add-on. So this is the way you can do that, where people can buy additional levels at their checkout, but it won't require them to complete 2 checkout experiences. It's one checkout experience. But the caveat is that it can only be a one-time payment. It can't be 2 recurring levels at once. So that add-on has to be a fixed term, one price. Yeah.
Right. And so I will completely admit my mistake. What I did here was, in my head, I went, oh, I already did this on Coding with Sam. I don't need to read this blog post. I know what it does. And listen, let's just read.
Let's just read. Yeah, please read the things.
It makes things easier. And then you don't mess up in front of people. But anyway.
Oh, good.
The other recipe that's here, I am not going to demo because I'm going to give you an exclusive tidbit here. So typically our Slack community is the only one who finds out what will be the next episode of Coding with Sam a day prior. But here, and today only, you will find out what I'm coding a week prior. I will be doing this access to post categories a la carte using price testing user fields, which is what I was half trying to do here. So we will do it for real next Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, that's exclusive information. If you are not in our Slack community, I recommend you join. That way because I don't normally share what I'm going to be coding. And I don't normally plan it this far in advance, but when I was preparing for this open office hours, I said, oh, this will be fun to do. So
yes,
that is the second one is what we were going to be doing there.
That's cool.
Okay. Method 2. Hopefully I don't mess up all these methods.
No, you won't.
Method 2, we're going to be redirecting members to a special offer on when they log in. So I will show you how I set this up, and then yesterday it worked. I just have to remember who I logged in as. So to start, I created a page all about enhanced, and I'll view this page for you guys. So this is going to be, they checked out for free, they logged in, and then they're going to be redirected to this page. So it's a welcome page. Thanks for joining. You're part of the community, but get even more by upgrading. And then it does have the upgrade now button. And I did use the advanced levels page add-on.
Cool.
Which we're going to dive into a little bit more later on in this stream. So I did use that to create this lovely block with the upgrade now button. But after I got this page all set up and pretty, I did add a snippet, another code, redirect to all about enhanced. So where I changed it here was if PM Pro has membership level, I changed to level 1. That's my free level. I return all about advanced. That's the URL slug that we should go to when we do log in. So to show you guys, I'm pretty sure the person was Henry Wilson. Yes, Henry Wilson. And I remember their password too. So I'm going to have to open InstWP to log back in, but that's fine. I will switch to Henry Wilson. Oh, well, actually, because I switched to and I logged in. That's where we went.
It's just going to take you there. I think it would take you there every time you try to hit the home page. It's going to take you here.
Let's find out. So I go to the About page. I go to the home page. No.
Oh, no. It's only on log. Oh, because it's only a login.
It's on login. So if I log in as Henry Wilson. We don't need to say his password. We go to the enhanced. Now, I will say that you may not want them to be redirected to upgrade every single time they log in, because then that can be a little bit pushy. The ChatGPT gave me a suggestion to not use after login, but use like after checkout as a what is it? As a action hook.
Yeah, the hook that it would redirect on. Yeah, that could be. I think what I would do for that recipe is maybe do similar to what we did in the first one, the update user meta. You could update user meta and set, was redirected or something, and then check that at the start of that code. So I bet ChatGPT could expand that code to say, okay, we redirected them, set a user meta on Henry that we already tried upselling this method. And then at the beginning of that snippet, it could say, like, does he have this user meta? No. Okay, do the redirection.
Right. Yeah.
That'd probably be good.
Yeah. Because if every time he logs in, it's like, then he feels like he's getting ambushed of like, okay, like I don't want to upgrade. Stop asking me to upgrade.
Yeah.
But this is one way you can create a nice landing page. You can redirect them.
And I think like
Human
historically
price.
we've called in web design, we've called these an interstitial page, if that rings a bell to anyone that's been building websites for a long time. And you'll see them in a lot of places. It's like hey, before you do this next thing, what do you think of this offer? And they often have like a no thanks. We could also hook the no thanks. We could add a no thanks on this. It could have a link that directs to a page with like a URL attribute. And then the meta would say, like, did we see that no thanks come through? Yes or no? You know? So then that would
Lots
store
of
to
ways
say,
to
like,
customize it.
don't keep showing me this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll add that like these are all code based, but I don't
They
like
won't
the
all be.
future. Yeah.
I know the
Okay,
first
good.
two have been, but they will not all be code based. I promise. I know it can be intimidating.
Yeah, I think there's a future where there's some versions of these in an add-on, some kind of upselling add-on. It's a challenge because we don't know exactly what type of site you're running and where we can intercept things, what style of upsells the sites are really looking for. I think the order bumps is probably the one that is safest to do an upgrade add-on for. But yeah, tell us what you like.
Okay, so that was method 2. And that was the first time I've coded something for redirecting. So that was interesting because I was surprised I actually got through that. Method number 3, highlighting additional membership levels for expansion revenue. So this is the advanced levels page add-on that I was talking about. And Kim already did a really good job on our Must Love Dogs demo site when we go to our pricing page using the advanced level shortcut. Not advanced level shortcut. That's what it used to be called.
That's what I used to.
Advanced level page add-on to highlight our professional level. But I'm going to show you how this was set up and how we can adjust this for this add-on. So right now it is a block. It is the PM Pro Advanced Level page block. There is also a way to do this with shortcode. So if you're not using a block editor and you're using a page builder like Beaver Builder, Oxygen, Elementor, you can use the shortcode. There is plenty of documentation on how to use the shortcode and the block on the add-ons page. Kim, if you want to drop that in there too. But this allows you to select what levels you actually want to show. So this will show in the order that you list the levels. So beginner free, that's level 1, professional is level 3, enhanced is level 2. We can switch this to where enhanced is in the middle. We could also not even have those. We could do a 2-column layout and we can do my cohort levels. It is 5 and 6, not 4. So those are my cohort levels. I will put it back though because Kim's is really pretty. We are able to display the price. You can either have the full sentence of the price for the membership is $100 per month, or we can make it short where it just says $100 per month, or we can even hide it and we don't show the price at all. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You can, but I don't recommend it. It is nice for people to know exactly how much it is when they are comparing the levels. Discount code. You can enter, if you already have a discount code set up, you could enter a code for it to apply, which we will also be talking about discount codes. Whether or not you want to show the level description, you can turn that on or off. And I do really like how when we are in the block editor, as we're doing these, the blocks are rendering exactly what we would see, or close to what we would see on the front end. Level expiration, because these are per month and it is recurring, we don't necessarily have to say that it never expires. You don't want to set up an expiration if it's recurring. That will confuse the system and things will break. We can change the button layout label. So maybe we don't want to say select, but maybe we want to say, like on my landing page, all about enhance, I had upgrade now as the button. Instead, we could say purchase today or sign up. There's also a renew button if you're logged in and it does have an expiration date. It's not recurring. There would be a renew button when it's time for the person to renew. You can change the label for that. There is a backlink that you could show to go back to your account page. And then highlight is where you can, it highlights the main level. So here we have highlight on level 3. That would highlight the professional level like we do see on the front end. It does have a little bit more of a nice little block around it. I will save that. That is the advanced. And there's more that you could do with this. There is a way in the layout for many different options. Div is going to stack them all together. And again, you can reorder these in any way you want with the levels. There's a table. And then other than the columns, there is a compare table as well. So this one, you could say, if I remember how to do this correctly, it would be like training. No. Yes. Yes. Semicolon. Another feature could be recipes. Yes, yes, yes. I think I did that correctly. Kim's not saying I did it wrong, so haha. I did.
Proof is the test.
I did do it correctly. So that allows you to show like what features are included in each plan and give somebody the option to really look at it. But I'm going to go back to the 3 columns.
You can also use zeros and ones instead of the word no and yes. So
And
that would show check
mark
boxes. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's our short little demo of the add-on page. And there are a couple videos that Kim has made on the add-ons page, one for the block and then one for the short code. So if you're using a page builder or something that's not a block editor, you can use the short code, and Kim breaks down how you can customize all of that.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're doing pretty good on our time.
Okay.
We are on method number 4.
Nice.
Okay, so the smart proration. This is using our proration add-on, which also does delayed downgrades. And there are no settings for this add-on. So I do have, it is a plus add-on. I did put my license key on the site already. So yesterday, all I did was installed and activated the add-on. That's it. I didn't do anything else. And then, I did set up a member that I was going to show you how it looks when they do prorate it. So Bob Smith signed up for the enhanced level.
Click through the edit member. You'll probably get, I think we didn't switch his start date.
I don't think we did either.
There you go.
Bob Smith has the enhanced level for $25 per month. And Bob has decided that he wants to upgrade to the professional level at $100 a month. He does not have to pay in full for the first month of switching to professional. If I go to user info and I switch to Bob, and I go to the pricing page, and Bob's like, you know what? I really want to upgrade. Cool. Sign up, goes to checkout. You've selected the professional. You currently have enhanced. So enhanced will be removed when you complete the purchase because this is a level group that only allows you to hold 1 membership per user. The price for the membership is $45.97 now and then $100 per month. So he signed up, I think we said March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not what the date showed in the back end. We did a little bit
did
of a
some
hacky.
database magic.
we did a little bit of a hack to make the proration be seen, but he signed up March 1st. It's now March 13th, so he's gonna pay $45.97 for the remainder of March, and then April 1st he's gonna start paying $100 per month. And it will automatically cancel his enhanced subscription with Stripe, and it will move him to the professional subscription to Stripe. So it's nice and seamless for when members do want to upgrade. The same goes for if they wanted to downgrade. It would be a delayed downgrade.
And what's good about that is it's keeping the same payment date. So nothing's changing in Bob's idea of when he's billed for your subscription. But also, I think there's friction if you do have levels that are tiered like this. There's friction if people go to upgrade and then they see the full price. They're like, do I really want to have to contact this company, figure out what I'm owed, what I should really pay, or oh, maybe I'll just wait and I'll do it on March 31st, right before I bill again. And then there's user error. There's the chance that they don't actually come back and do it. So I think in most cases, when you're not using too many other crazy things at checkout, proration is a great idea. We use it on our own paid memberships pro site.
Yeah, and it works pretty well. I mean, very rarely do we have members come back to us and be like, well, are you sure?
If everything, it's pennies off sometimes.
Pennies, yeah. Perfect. Okay. So that was proration. There are no settings with that. It's literally install it, activate it, and it works. So that's really nice. Incentivizing membership upgrades at renewal, method 5. So this one, there is another code recipe, but I'm not going to show you the code recipe for that one. This one, I'm going to show you how you can update a email template when a membership is expiring to either get them to renew or get them to upgrade, and just add a little bit more information into that expiring email. So I'm going to go to membership settings, email templates, and I'm going to select the membership expiring email template, and I'm going to work some Apple magic real quick.
Do you have some draft fun content somewhere?
On my iPad, so I'm just going to copy it here. I'm going to copy it, and then I love how all the Apple stuff talks to each other.
I know. So the expiration email is sent 7 days prior to expiration by default. We do have an add-on for extra expiration warnings that you can customize the frequency of these notifications and when they get sent. So if you can send more at more intervals, you can send different emails at different intervals.
Right. So right now, this one is saying, thanks for your membership to Must Love Dogs. This is a reminder that your membership will end on March 31st, whatever their end date might be. And then it does give them their display name for their account, what membership level they have, and then a login URL. But I'm going to get rid of all of that. And if this works, I'm going to paste what I put in my iPad. Pasting from my iPad. Perfect. Okay.
Good.
So instead, I'm saying, thank you for being a valued member of Must Love Dogs. We want to remind you that your membership will expire on March 31st. We hope you've enjoyed the benefits and exclusive content during your time with us. To keep accessing premium content, member-only perks, and more, renew your membership today. We also have upgraded membership levels that offer even more benefits, including, customized dog training, whatever you have. And then log in here to view your options and renew or upgrade your membership today. So you're only updating that one template, but it does prompt them a little bit more to think about, do I want to keep my membership? Here's the benefits of why you should keep your membership. But then there's even more if you decide to upgrade. So that's another and that's built into PM Pro. Again, no code needed.
No code.
That was easy.
I like the way that was written.
Thanks. It's on the page actually. I just
the
saved
screenshot.
this
Oh,
image
okay.
and then I use Apple Tools to copy that text.
Oh, nice.
What I did not do though is I did not have a greeting of like, "Hi Kim." So that would be something that I would recommend putting in.
Yeah, and it might be included by default. The email header template is attached to all emails. So if you're customizing that per email, you would want to erase the content of that email header template in PM Pro. And if you want to place it individually on all your templates and customize it a little bit, you could do that.
Yeah, I did not actually look at what this code recipe does, but that was a
Don't go down
non-code
that
way.
rabbit hole.
I know. That was a non-code way to incentivize renewal and upgrade. Okay. So, wow, we're halfway through and I'm on method 6.
Perfect.
We're going to have
You're
time
doing
for
great.
any questions like at all?
No, they're all enthralled. Or my thing's broken.
Okay.
I do see like I'm having trouble connecting, but I don't think we're having trouble streaming. So who knows?
I mean, no one said we're having trouble streaming, and nobody on the team is slacking.
Yelling at us.
So
they would be.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
Offering limited time early bird discounts. So for this, there are a few. There is discount codes in Premium Memberships Pro. There are different ways that you can set up discount codes and different ways that you can use them across your site or in your email. Yeah, Jim said I'm enthralled.
Thank you. I figured.
So for discount codes, it'll be membership settings discount codes. We do have one for a trial, which we will talk about trials next. But I'm just going to go over the basics of how to add a new discount code and then also what you can do after that discount code is created. So we'll create a new discount code and we'll say this is like trying to think, what discount do I want to give them? Let's try to get people in the cohort. So we'll do like 25% off our cohort. So we could say,
and you had one set up for April. Maybe you can do like join by March 20th and save 20% or something. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you remember that. I'm going to focus on how to make the discount code.
Okay.
Okay, so
you see that a lot for like events. You'll see sign up early, and they're just trying to juice their event, make sure that they're going to meet their quotas for stuff. So like an early sign up discount is pretty cool.
Yeah, so we'll say 20 off cohort as the discount code. You can name these anything. The way that the PM Pro team names their discount codes is we prefer some kind of structure to the name. So when we look through the list of discount codes we have, we can kind of at least make an intuitive guess on like why we made that code. So like if you have if you've checked out for one of our sales, we have discount code. Like we just had the fresh start sale. So we had fresh start 25. So that was like, this is the name of the sale in 2025. We had a LTD fresh 25. I think that's what it was called. It's the lifetime deal for the fresh sale of 2025. We kind of make it so if we're just skimming, we're like, oh yeah, I understand why that one was created. You don't have to have that. You can, there is a random code generated. You can leave it at that if you want. But I would recommend changing it. So we'll have the start date for today. We will make the expiration, we'll say the 21st of 2025, because Kim said if you sign up by March 20th, we do like to give them, because of like time zones and stuff, so it's like one extra day to sign up. So if someone does show up on March 21st, they'll still be able to get their $20 off. Here you can define the maximum number of times it's used across all users. So this is not per user. That's going to be this next one. This is going to be total uses. So let's say my cohort I limit my cohort to be 30 people. That way I can give them a little bit more of individualized instruction and attention in my dog training. If I only want 10 of those people to be able to get 20% off, that's where I'm going to put this number. And after 10 people, this code doesn't get to be used anymore, which is another kind of incentive of creating that urgency of buying, of like, hey, there's only 10 codes available. There's only 30 codes available. Like, you're going to want to jump on this and get one of these, or you're not going to save money.
Sam, I just had an aha.
What?
That you could set up. I think a lot of people ask for limiting a total enrollment in a course.
You could do it this way
and then require a code to buy the course.
Yeah.
That would be way less effort than like each. And oh my gosh. Okay. Coding with Sam. Let's come.
We could definitely, that would be a really easy like how-to post for us to set up for sure.
Okay. I digress.
Mary, if you're watching and you want to draft that, because you've been doing some docs for me this week, that would be awesome. Yeah, that actually is a really good way to
I forgot that we added that.
How many. Yeah. That's a really good aha moment. Good job. So then the limit per user is going to be, if I only wanted Kim to be able to use this code one time, and after Kim has used this code, pretty sure this is where it like gets stored on the user meta of like, Kim's already used this, don't let Kim use it again. But we're also not going to restrict that, because for at least for my scenario for the cohort, typically you wouldn't re-sign up for a cohort unless your dog is really badly behaved and you need more training. Who knows? So the membership level settings is going to look and feel a lot like the membership level settings when you're setting up the level originally. So here we're going to select which cohort or which level does get this. I'm going to do my April cohort because I'm trying to get people in for this one and get them discounted if they sign up for a certain time. So normally the initial payment for this cohort is $100. They're saving $20, so that's easy math. They're actually going to be spending $80 at checkout. It is not a recurring subscription. It is a one-time payment, so there is an expiration on this level. They get this level for 1 month for $80. That's really cheap dog training, by the way.
That is.
And you can do this
business.
I don't know about that. So when you're setting this up, you can set this up for additional levels. So if this was not specifically for one cohort and you wanted to just say like how PM Pro runs their sales of like 50% off your first year, you can do that by selecting more than one of these levels and setting up how you want them set. Oh man, the initial payment, half of 25 is $12.50. I can math. This is a recurring subscription. So, and then after the initial payment, it is $25 per month. So they'll get 1 month at $12.50, and then they're going to be billed $25 a month after that. And you can also set that up for professional as well if you wanted to have more than one membership in the discount code. For my scenario, I only want one. So we'll save the code, and then we're taken back to our discount codes table. And then what I like to do is click over here on the levels column of the table and copy link address. And then I will paste that in there. And in the URL, it's PM Pro level 5, PM Pro discount code equals 20 off cohort. So with that link, I'm able to direct them exactly to checkout with that code applied. They don't need to know what code to use or if it's character specific or anything wild and crazy. But from here, what you could do is, let's say we'll edit our pricing page just for fun. And before we show our monthly ones, we can, now this is not going to be pretty like Kim does it at all, but we could say save 20% on our April cohort by checking out before March 20th, 2025. And then you can do the link right to that checkout. You also can make it a pretty button. Sign up for our cohort. And we can link that button. And don't look at my design skills, but
You have them.
I do have some. I'm just not taking the time to do it right now. The point is, by grabbing that URL in our discount code table, we are able to then have them just directly go to that checkout page. And you can add that in your email. So if you already have, if you want to get your free, any of our other levels that we have are free or our monthly levels, if you want to entice them to signing up for the cohort and you want to email blast them out, say, hey, you can save 20% or $20. Jump on this sale right now.
Yeah, I think if we were doing it on our site, we would probably make it a pattern, a synced pattern. We use the block editor. So then we could change it every 15th of the month to the next cohort, and it wouldn't be editing everywhere we placed it. It would just be editing that pattern. So we could put it on the membership account page. We could put it on the membership confirmation page, the levels page here. So just throwing that all over the place and giving it a central place to edit would be really cool.
Yeah, and in regards to the code, the code's code name, I guess. The code. If we were to do it every month for every cohort, for reporting, I would probably want to add that this is March 2025. So I might do 20 off March 25. That way I know they're getting $20 off, and this is the cohort that they bought. Just so I can see in the reports. Because if we, I don't have any. Well, let's check out. Let's check out so I can show you.
There's so much you can do with the discount codes. You can require them to have a level to use the code. We have snippets like that. So if you were very concerned that this was an offer you only wanted to give as an early bird discount to people already in your recurring membership, let's say, there's ways to attach the two. So you can also not worry about that and just watch for abuse. That's always something that we recommend, is kind of don't over-engineer something until you realize it's going to need it.
Right. So I did check out for that level, and then I went to report sales and revenue, and now I'm able to select that code and see how much revenue did I make. Who not who checked out, but I can see because it's counting as a renewal because I already have a membership level. I'm not a new person. I've had a membership level before. That's why it says renewals, but it shows you that I have made $80 today on that cohort. Which, I mean, that's all my
members list can be segmented by discount code use or by level in this case. So you could view everyone who's in the April cohort, or you could view everyone who purchased use the cohort's early bird discount code. So if you needed to connect the two, but yeah, you can do a lot with these discount codes.
Yeah, I could say April cohort. And that would be if anybody, it's just one. But if there are other people who signed up, I could see how many used the discount code, how many did not use the discount code. So yeah, lots you can do with discount codes, lots you can do with the reporting. Okay. Method number 7. Free and reduced price trial periods for higher tier levels. So this is where we're going to get into the trials. And we did recently do a survey to see how people are using trials. I was actually interested to see that there are less people doing trials than I thought. But I'm curious if that's just because maybe people don't know how to do trials with PM Pro, or if it's like there's not a great native way to do a trial. And then people also do abuse trials as well, and that's just something that's hard to like stop and get around, because there are always ways to get around those. We do have a mega guide on trials, and I was going to open this and pick one to show you how to do. So if there's any input, no, randomly. I didn't prepare this one exactly. If there's any
Can I tell you my
input
favorite
on
way?
how you want to, yeah, what's your favorite way?
My favorite way is just setting the initial payment to 0. And just
That's my favorite way too.
It's very simple, but it can, in some cases, give too much trial.
Right.
Or making the initial payment $7 on a $30 a month plan.
Right. So we have I think there's 3 methods, and this does break it down of all the different ways. 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3 methods to set up a trial on Proration Pro in this mega guide. The method number 1 is, I agree with Cam, is my favorite way. This is with no add-on. This is just going to be the way you set up your membership level from the get-go. I think this is the most simple way to do it. And I'll probably show that way. But the other ways that there are is you can set it up with subscription delays, which I actually have 0 experience with the subscription delay add-on, so we're not going to do that one.
Well, it's very easy. This will be very easy.
And then we do have a limited time, completely free trial level with no auto renewal. And in this case, what I would do if you were to use method 3 would be, we have a code recipe that says, if this user ever held this level, do not let them sign up for this level again. And that's one way to kind of block them. But again, that's going to be per user. So if they go and say, oh, well, let me use like this other email address, or let me just create a new email address, then they can kind of get around not being able to use that level again. So it still kind of does use like an honor system of just be a good person.
And that's it's really the decision of whether you want if you want your trial to be paid or free, start there. And then if you want your free trial to require a credit card or not. So you have to make those decisions when you're deciding to to incentivize your membership signups through trials. So if you think, people who give you a credit card from the start, that's like a little bit closer to them converting. If you don't require a credit card for your trial, there's no reason for them to like come back and make sure they cancel or really be all that involved in the content. Like I'd say that's like less likely to convert if they're not even willing to pay less money or pay nothing and still use their credit card at your checkout. So if you start with the decision, is my trial free or paid? And then you say like, okay, it's free. Okay, do I want credit cards or not? Do I want the free trial to automatically roll into a paid membership?
Which I would recommend, because then you are more likely to hold on to that member, versus if they have to come back and check out, then they may not do that. But again, those are 2 really good questions that you need to ask before you set up trials. I will show you. I know Kim said that was easy, but for the sake of time, I will show you method 1 on setting up a default trial period without any add-on. This is just going to be in the membership settings. So we're going to go membership settings, levels, and let's set up a trial for the enhanced. So I'm editing the membership settings, and in billing details, this is where we're going to change the initial payment to determine what the trial is. So there's also a number of questions that you need to ask yourself here. Do you want it to be $0 initial payment and then they charge $25 a month? Do you want to give them a whole month for free? Or do you want to do like, give them a week for free so they're paying a quarter less than 25, which would be
$7 something.
$18.75.
Yeah.
I think. So that would give them the math there would be there's 4 weeks in a month, and I think my math is right. I think it would be $18.75 for 3 weeks, and so that would give them that. Or maybe you want to give them 2 weeks free and have it be $12.50 a month, or $12.50 as the initial payment, and then the full billing amount. So whatever you want to do, that's going to be up to you. I would probably say I'll do the $12.50. You get, the first month half off. That's 2 weeks free. That's a 14-day trial ish. They can always cancel at any time. And then after that, it would be $25 per month. And that's the way I would set it up. So if we save this level and we view the checkout, it will tell me price is $12.50 now and then $25 per month. You could add in your membership description here something about how, get your first 2 weeks for free by paying half now. That way they kind of understand why they're getting the $12.50. It's like, oh, this is a trial. It is 14 days. So you could
it's going to be the whole period. Is that what you mean? It's still going to be a month.
It's still going to be a month, but you're only paying for, you're paying now, but you're only going to be paying for 2 weeks out of that month.
Yes. What happens? I've never played with our real trial setting. What happens if you do 25 and then say custom trial 0 for 2 months?
So the initial payment is 25?
Yeah, do 25 there and then do a custom trial of, does this work for 2?
How did
0 for the first 2?
0 for the first 2.
Yeah. Stripe does not support, trial amounts greater than 0. Okay. That's what we're doing.
Save level.
What does that look like?
This says your price membership is $25 per month. After your initial payment, your first 2 payments are free. That's confusing.
That's confusing. Yeah, we have a lot to improve with trials, but this method of trial would say like pay $25 for the first 3 months, then start paying $25 per month. So it would be like playing with the way that
so like you're paying $25 now, but then you don't pay anything for the next 2 months.
Yep. Interesting.
That wording is confusing though.
Yeah. Custom level cost text can fix it.
Yes. So that is a way. If you're interested in how to do trials, I would recommend looking at the mega guide. The mega guide does break down a lot of different things to think about. I had it up somewhere. I don't remember where it went. Nope. Yes,
there it is.
Oh no.
Hello.
The menu got me. So there is, primary considerations, advantages, disadvantages, common misuses, and then how to set up those 3 different ways. Okay. Oh, that's where it was. All right. We're almost there. Oh, it's okay. Now I'm getting crunched for time.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Method 8, email marketing sequence. So, there are a couple different ways you can do this. It's also going to depend on what email marketing integration you're using. PM Pro uses Kit, and I do have one of our sequences up for you guys, just kind of get an idea of how we did this. So we have the welcome sequence. You get an onboarding tag. And then as you go through the sequence, if you are a free member of PM Pro, you get this discount ladder email. If you have a if you've standard membership with PM Pro, you get this upgrade premium plan email. And then everybody gets filtered into the top blog content series. And of course, you have full
unsubscribe rights.
Yes. You don't have to listen to my top blog content series that Kim and I wrote.
Twice.
But it's great if you do. It is a great series. So that kind of flow is how we could do the upgrade sequence. I can show you one of the emails. So this is, you have a standard membership, and then you can upgrade to Plus now to save. So this, why would you even upgrade to Plus? And this is written by Jason. So you can do emails like that. I did also want to show you that I used Gemini I gave Gemini a prompt. I have this membership site called Must Love Dogs. I offer 3 main levels and monthly cohorts for dog training sessions. I gave it the URL because Gemini can read the website pages. So if you give, ChatGPT cannot, but Gemini can. So if you give Gemini a URL, it can actually read what's on that page. I want to create 3 email onboarding automations to incentivize upgrading when someone checks out for a free level. Act as an email marketing specialist and write me 3 emails for my onboarding. And Gemini did actually a really great job. They threw in understanding who the audience is, the goal as to why I even wanted these emails. And then I did get 3 emails. This one gets sent out immediately. Why this email would even work. And then I got another one that says send 1 to 2 days later. So it tells me the time period. There are places within the email where I would need to update like the membership level that person holds, or like they wanted me to include a short video clip of my dog training to show them exactly what I'm offering. So there are places where you're going to want to edit these. Of course, you also don't want it to make it sound like it came from a robot. But Gemini did a really good job of, like, we even have rebuttals here. Like, oh, I'm not sure if it's worth the investment. Okay, well, here you go. Like, it's designed to save you time and frustration. So, yeah, they did 5 stars, Gemini.
Very cool.
So you can do that. And then,
so that the automation in Kit, I know something similar exists for MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. Or if you're using one on your site, like a Fluent CRM, I know that you can also do time-based sequences. You can put people into the sequence. You can check against tags that they hold. If you're set up properly, your list subscribers should be tagged with some information about the levels they hold, so that you can make sure you're not sending upsell emails to your highest tier of people and just, creating a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Are you putting the prompt in? It might be too
long. I am
long.
putting the prompt. No, I mean,
split it up.
It's split, but that's fine. You should be able to get it. I did remove my URL, so I just did enter URL. So yeah, that was like, I mean, the fact that this prompt took me maybe 30 seconds to write, and then it gave me 3 emails. I didn't have to think about it. And for integrating with integrating email marketing with PM Pro, Kim Coleman is going to be doing an open office hours June 26th. I know it's a little bit of ways, but end of Q2, she will be live showing, I think we picked 3 email marketing solutions to integrate with and show you how to do that as well.
That's cool.
Okay, last way. Limit post views. Okay, so you're going to give lower tier members a taste of your premium content with the limit post views add-on. So this one does have settings. The only thing I did yesterday was installed and activated it. I did not do anything else. But to set this up, you will go to memberships, limit post views, and you can then set up how much of your premium content you want people to gain access to. So you do have the ability for non-members. That's going to be anybody that's not logged into your site and not paying you. If you only want them to have 2 per, you can't see my drop down. So you can do by hour, by day, by week, or by month. Or you can also do member post views. So this will be that lower tier member getting access to the higher tier content. So we'll say I don't even know what the categories and restrictions are on this site at all, but we'll say
find out.
beginner gets to see 1 a month of enhanced and professional. Enhanced can see 3 a month. Professional has it all, so there's no restriction on there. And then the cohorts, they're whatever. You can redirect to any page on your site, but redirecting to your membership level will get them to kind of like, oh yeah, I should upgrade. If I want to see this, I should upgrade. So we'll save these changes.
The redirect, we do it differently. We intercept the redirect on our site. We can demo how we're doing it. But if you were going to make a custom page, you could have a page that's like, oops, like you've viewed everything you can for today, try next month or sign up, It's like,
we do
I don't know if
use
anyone's heard of this,
or
is it a plugin or a platform called Leaky Paywall? That's like I think more of a SaaS type solution. It might be a plugin. I don't know. But this is like the PM Pro equivalent of a Leaky Paywall.
Right. Okay, so if I go to my posts, I can see which ones are restricted. So this one is going to be enhanced content. What level do I hold? Always the question. Okay, cool. I hold the beginner level, so I should be able to see this one post at all.
Unless you have, you might want to, I don't know, your cookie or your session. I think it might be, but we'll see.
View.
That's why you were redirected earlier, I bet, because of limit post views.
Okay, so I can see that one. Now, if I go to more enhanced content, I shouldn't be able to see anymore. Nope. Redirected. So that I only got to see one post, which, I mean, Lurps or Orem is not a very...
Don't you want to sign up now? I don't know how you could trigger it. You'd have to view without access on our site, possibly, to get the way we do it. We intercept, redirect, and we show like an overlay. We have a full didn't we show that on an open office hours, or maybe it was, I'm not sure where.
How could I do this? View without membership access.
Try that.
And I want to go to code recipes. These are supposed to be only 1 a month. So I should be able to see this. And I saw it. And if I go back to more code recipes, I shouldn't be able to open another one. And yet I can.
I wonder if it works. Maybe it might not work with the...
It may not work with the view no access. I might have to actually log out.
Try refreshing. Sorry, and you're going to have to log in with your 2-factor.
Okay, so let's just do this. Let's log out. I don't need to be seen.
There.
Okay, so that this content requires a premium membership plan, view pricing, or login. But that was because I already saw my... We do allow... Is it non-members and free 1 a month?
Yep.
Yeah, we do allow that. But then this is what you get if you go over that allotment. Okay, so that was the 9 methods, and we're at 1 hour and like 4 minutes. So I think I did it. It wasn't quite within the full hour, but we were close. We were very, very close.
Sam, I have to say you're very nice and a good pace for these tutorials. I'm taking a hint from you because I've gotten the feedback that I go too fast, but I think you are an excellent pace for this.
Well, thank you. I tried to developer tool.
Yes, that's the one. And it would only, it duplicates restrictions for like a single post ID. So it would work for custom post types as well that are protected, like with our CPT add-on. It does not duplicate restrictions for categories. So if you are, or tags. So if you have protected post categories or post tags by level, the toolkit would not duplicate those, but yeah.
Close enough for government work.
Right.
You're so funny, Jim.
That's perfect.
Before we sign off and go, I will talk about what we have upcoming. The next event is actually going to be a coding with Sam next Friday. If you were at the beginning of the event, I did tell you what I will be coding, which is usually only exclusive to the Slack community a day before I go live. So a week notice, and it's on YouTube, is quite the treat. So if you missed that and you're curious, you may want to go back to the beginning. I will give you the hint that it was in method number 1. For anybody rewatching. Yes, if you're not in the Slack community, we do suggest that you join. We also, in addition to knowing what I code a day before, there are also exclusive community events. We have community meetups via Google Meet twice a month. There's one in the morning and one in the afternoon to try to accommodate as many time zones as possible. Those happen on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday. And then we also do an async AMA where I have a few more of our support agents in a 1-hour time block available to answer more questions. If it is site specific, we will tell you to open a ticket, but we are there to chat, get to know each other. We don't always necessarily talk about PM Pro. There are times where we talk about things like AI and our pets and what our favorite pizza topping is and whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza. We have fun. And then the next open office hours is going to be March 27th. We're actually going to have Ansi Lima presenting, which we don't usually have Ansi, so it's a nice little treat. She's going to be talking about supporting your membership site success. And that kind of involves like failed payments, some refund things,
Token. She deals with like
token
abandoned
orders.
cart.
Yeah.
And I think also just like providing good sales and some support and how to do that well. She's been doing our email contact, which we now is our sales process for 5 years, more than 5 years, probably
longer than 5 years. Yeah.
So she's seen a lot, and I think she has a lot of advice for people who are members of things and how to get good support, and also how to give good support as the owner and administrator of a membership program.
Yeah, absolutely. She's very knowledgeable in all of that. And Kim Coleman is actually going to be her host. I will be visiting my aunt for her wedding.
I forgot that. I was like, I'm off again.
No, you're not off. Early. You get to be me.
Okay.
You get to be me that day. I will be off. Yeah. So that's
very
it.
Cool.
I hope
you
this
all
was
for
helpful.
watching. No, it definitely was. I think we need to some of these aren't like new things we've never heard of before, but we don't always know how complex it's going to be. Like we sign up for things and we see these order bumps and we see people upselling us and we like, yeah, but I don't know if WordPress and Paintbrushes Pro can do that. So to see that it's all possible, even if it involves 10 lines of code that you drop into the code snippets plugin in your site, or just a little bit of editing, a little bit of manual work, just give it a try. I think all of these can be viewed as an experiment. Don't try to say you need to do all 9. They might not all apply to you. There are some that probably don't apply at all to you.
I think you'd also probably run into some conflicts too if you did all 9.
Yeah.
I did a lot of different setting changes on these. So don't do all 9, please. That was not a do it all. But think about what would apply to your membership site and definitely test some of these. You may see a bigger increase in your membership stats when you have a trial versus not having a trial. Or if you do adjust that email template that I did, maybe you do get more people to renew or even upgrade. So definitely test it, but figure out what's going to be best for you.
Very cool. Thank you all so much for watching. hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified. All of our live events are pre-scheduled, whether you're watching via Facebook, you can follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, and YouTube will do its best to notify you of an upcoming event. I know there's calendars everywhere, so it's hard to maintain everything. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, everybody.